What is the most effective meal for reversing sarcopenia? Seniors can walk again with confidence after reaching the age of 60. Today, I would want to share with you something that is very close to my heart. In the previous year, my mother contacted me while crying. She had fallen in her garden, which had always been a source of happiness for her when she was 72 years old. She hushed. "I don't think I'll be able to get up anymore." To put it another way, the body starts to experience a more rapid loss of muscle mass around the age of 50. The process that is referred to as sarcopenia can result in legs that are weaker, loss of balance, and an increased risk of falling. This muscle loss can be slowed down by include chickpeas in your diet on a regular basis, which will result in legs that are stronger and more resilient. Of course, that is not all. Magnesium, iron, and vitamin B6 are three critical minerals that are found in abundance in chickpeas. These nutrients are necessary for the contraction of muscles, the reduction of weariness, and the appropriate transmission of signals between the neurological system and muscles. Magnesium and vitamin B6, when combined, have the ability to alleviate cramps, stiffness, and the sense of having heavy legs, which is something that many people who are aging are all too familiar with. A study that was conducted in 2019 by the University of Murcia revealed that older persons who consumed chickpeas on a weekly basis experienced a loss of muscle mass that was 22% lower than those who did not consume chickpeas on a regular basis. The following is not merely a statistic. While walking, it is a practical and concrete strategy to maintain an active lifestyle, maintain independence, and stay safe. I will never forget Ernest, a patient who was 74 years old. After he had fallen downstairs, he did not go and get some pain medication. In order to achieve his goal, he desired to rebuild strength in his legs. Chickpeas were added to his diet 3 times a week as a result of our collaborative efforts. These ingredients were used into stews, salads, and soups by him. After only 5 weeks, Ernest was able to confidently walk around his neighborhood without experiencing any tremors or having any difficulty standing for long periods of time. His metamorphosis highlighted how significant even relatively minor adjustments to one's diet can be. When it comes to the majority of my elderly patients, I suggest beginning with a serving size of around half a cup, which is equivalent to approximately 120 figure of cooked chickpeas, and consuming it many times each week. The increase in leg strength, energy levels, and mobility that can result from this is significant. One of the most advantageous aspects of chickpeas is their adaptability. To make a snack that is typical of the Mediterranean, roast them with olive oil, lemon, and herbs. Along with cucumber, red onion, and parsley, include them in a salad by adding them. Alternately, you might produce a warm soup that has celery, carrots, black pepper, and turmeric. Very beneficial for enhancing circulation and lowering inflammatory levels. There is a useful hint. In the event that you are using dried chickpeas, soak them in a pinch of baking soda for an entire night. Through this process, phytic acid is broken down, which in turn improves iron absorption and makes digestion easier. This is especially helpful for elderly persons who are experiencing symptoms of iron deficiency, such as inflammation, stomach pain, or dizziness related to their condition. In terms of how your body makes use of nutrients, such a straightforward action can have a significant impact. By including chickpeas into your diet on a regular basis, you will not only enhance the flavor of your meals, but you will also strengthen your legs, improve your balance, and assist yourself in moving toward a healthy future. This is nature's nerve. Calm down. Seeds from a pumpkin. Let's go, because this second food not only helps build muscles, but it also addresses a common condition that affects millions of older persons but is frequently overlooked. Leg cramps that occur throughout the night. Pumpkin seeds are the precision instrument that supports the nervous system, ensuring that muscles and nerves operate together in a controlled, fluid, and peaceful manner. If chickpeas are the foundation for growing strong muscles, then pumpkin seeds are the precision instrument that supports the nervous system. In spite of the fact that these tiny, crunchy seeds can appear to be nothing more than a typical snack, they are exceptionally rich in nutrients, particularly magnesium, which is an essential mineral for maintaining correct nerve system functioning, preventing cramps, and ensuring proper muscular coordination. Even when they consume a balanced diet, a significant number of persons over the age of 50 suffer from magnesium shortage. That instant brought about a drastic transformation in each of our lives. It wasn't only the experience of falling that frightened me, it was something that the physicians later confirmed. Up until that crucial point when her power simply wasn't adequate longer, her leg muscles had been silently wasting away by over 40% without any evident symptoms. Legs that are restless, muscle spasms, stiffness, or chronic exhaustion after light exercise are some of the symptoms that can be caused by this deficiency. These symptoms are subtle but bothersome. On the other hand, pumpkin seeds are not only a source of magnesium. Additionally, they include zinc, healthy fats, and antioxidants, which are minerals that reduce inflammation in the joints and keep cartilage in good condition. Individuals who have knee stiffness or swelling, as well as those who spend a significant amount of time standing, can benefit tremendously from these shoes. As a result of the fact that pumpkin seeds are beneficial to the muscles, joints, and nerves, they are an exceptional remedy for a variety of leg and foot conditions that are experienced by people of advanced age. According to the findings of a clinical study conducted by Complutense University of Madrid, individuals over the age of 55 who consumed between 30 and 40 grains of pumpkin seeds on a daily basis for a period of 6 weeks experienced a 31% reduction in nighttime leg cramps and significant improvements in balance and stability. This was the case even with simple exercises such as standing on one leg. These conclusions are not merely the product of laboratory research. They translate to improvements that are genuine and practical, which make people feel more solid, secure, and rested more than they did before. My own practice has shown me this to be the case. Rosario, a woman who was 68 years old at the time, endured acute leg cramps for a number of years. During the day, she would be sore and fatigued due to the cramps, which would wake her up around 3 in the morning. She experimented with using hot compresses, getting massages, and stretching exercises at night. There was no change. An easy adjustment was what I proposed. A handful of toasted pumpkin seeds that are unsalted and consumed every day about 4 o'clock. She started consuming them on a daily basis. After just 3 weeks, there was a discernible reduction in the severity of the cramps, and after 6 weeks, they had almost completely vanished. Rosario awoke for the first time in years with legs that were relaxed and free of stress, and she was prepared to face the day forward. This resulted in her having a better night's sleep, increased vitality, higher attention, and a renewed zest for going for walks. The initial change was the beginning of everything. I recommend 30 grams, which is approximately 2 teaspoons, of pumpkin seeds that have not been salted. The digestion of these is simple. Use them as a topping for hot porridge, include them into a salad, combine them with veggies that have been cooked, or simply consume them on their own, lightly toasted. Consume them between the hours of 3 and 5 o'clock. This provides your body with the opportunity to absorb the magnesium and bring your nervous system back into equilibrium before you go to bed. This is a relatively little adjustment that encourages relaxation, lessens the tension in the muscles, and enhances the quality of sleep. When it comes to health, sometimes the smallest and most lasting changes are the ones that result in the greatest improvements. Incorporating pumpkin seeds into your daily routine is one of those simple, inexpensive, and extremely effective improvements that can help you regain control of your muscles, alleviate cramps, and improve the overall comfort of your legs. It's possible that this bite-sized food will provide the sleep alleviation that your legs have been looking for all along. Seaweed from the ocean's gift. Having said that, let's get down to the meat of the issue. The following dish can take you by surprise. It is not something that grows in forests or gardens. Rather, it originates from the sea. As it is gentle, light, and sometimes as thin as paper, it may pass unnoticed on your plate because of its nature. Nevertheless, do not let its understated exterior fool you. The ability of this seaweed to mend bones and provide rejuvenation to joints that have gradually become weaker over the course of time is quite remarkable. After the age of 60, millions of people face age-related muscle loss, which is a condition that has a name that only a few of us are familiar with. And here is something that the majority of medical professionals will not tell you. It is not unavoidable, and it can be reversed with very straightforward natural remedies. There is a fall that results in someone over the age of 65 being rushed to the emergency room every 11 seconds. If you feel a crunch in your knees when turning or climbing stairs, or if you hear a creak when you stand up from a chair, these are not merely the ordinary signs of aging that you might experience. These are the signals that your body is sending to let you know that your bones and joints want hydration, nutrients, and healing. Seaweeds, which are found in nature, are a great answer to this problem. In particular, species such as wakame, kombu, sea lettuce, and brown kelp are famous for the high quantities of organic calcium and iodine that they contain, in addition to the unique anti-inflammatory compounds that they contain, such as fucoidan and laminarin, among others. This is not a typical source of nutrition. The strengthening of bone structure, the alleviation of joint stiffness or inflammation, the protection of cartilage from wear, and the promotion of synovial fluid production are all crucial tasks that they perform. The presence of this substance ensures that movement is painless and smooth, as it offers cushioning between the joints. A study that was published in the American Journal of Community Nutrition in 2021 revealed that women over the age of 60 who included seaweed in their diet 2 or 3 times per week had up to 16% increased bone density compared to women who did not consume seaweed on a regular basis. This is not merely a statistic, rather, it is extremely pertinent at this age, because even a minor fall can result in a major fracture, particularly a hip fracture, which can have a negative impact on a person's ability to live independently and their quality of life. Mary, a woman of 70 years old who was a previous yoga instructor and was full of excitement, stands out to me as one of the most motivational cases. Regrettably, she was unable to continue giving sessions because of a persistent knee ailment that was caused by arthritis. We did not rely simply on medication or physical activity as part of her effort to heal from her injury. We reevaluated her eating habits. We supplemented her food with seaweed. The first foods that we prepared were things like hot miso soup with wakame and tofu, crispy seaweed salads with a little bit of vinegar, and nori sheets wrapped in rice bowls or wrapped in wraps. In the beginning, the change appeared to be relatively minor. Nevertheless, after only 2 months, something astonishing took place. Not only did her inflammation decrease, but her pain also subsided, and she was able to gently stretch once more. An individual who had previously assumed that her days of flexibility were over was completely transformed as a result of this. Maria continues to consume seaweed on a regular basis, and she reports that her joints feel lighter, that her balance has improved, and that she has found that her energy levels are more consistent. One piece of good news is that you do not have to make significant adjustments in order to reap the full benefits. Even if you only add seaweed 2 or 3 times a week, it can make a significant effect. It can be enjoyed in a variety of different ways. You can sprinkle wakame on top of soups or add it to soups. Flakes of seaweed can be sprinkled on salads or used in conjunction with nori sheets to create meals that are both light and nutritious. These meals can be made by wrapping cooked vegetables, rice, or lean proteins. In order to further boost its benefits, what is a cooking trick? Additionally, a drop of sesame oil and a few thin slices of fresh ginger should be added to the seaweed broth that you are preparing. In addition to improving the flavor, this not only aids in the absorption of calcium, but also has a calming impact on the digestive system. The elderly, particularly those with delicate digestion or a slow metabolism, will find this aspect very helpful. It is important not to undervalue this seaweed. Seaweeds offer a lot of healing potential, even though it might not seem like it at first. A person whose autonomy is at jeopardy is hiding behind every statistic that is being discussed. Spending the past 15 years exploring natural ways to improve leg strength in seniors, I've found one overlooked route that is changing everything for folks who believed their days of walking were numbered. This route is a natural way to rebuild leg strength. A precise mix of nutrients that literally wake up latent muscle fibers was brought to my attention after I had a conversation with Dr. Bones are strengthened, joint stiffness is reduced, mobility is improved, and the natural rhythm of the body is restored. You might think of them as compassionate but powerful advisors who will assist you in regaining fluidity, security, and freedom in your day-to-day existence. You will come to the realization that healing can sometimes begin with the most unassuming gift, the neurological ally, avocado. This realization will occur when your legs no longer ache at dawn. On the other hand, we have not yet arrived at that stage because this incredible food does not originate from the depths of the ocean or from the lush forests of the mountains. On the contrary, it grows inconspicuously on a tree, so supplying us with one of the most clever and healing fats that nature has to offer. Not only is this about nourishment, but it is also about restoring the body's ability to move, feel, and connect with one's surroundings. In the event that you have ever had a peculiar numbness in your calves, tingling in your toes, or a feeling of detachment while walking, as if your legs were moving but your brain wasn't fully registering it, this could be the key to your condition. In the event that you choose to ignore these sensations, they might progressively destroy your stability and confidence. These symptoms are frequently caused by malnourished peripheral nerves. The good news is that avocados, with their velvety consistency and velvety flavor, are much more than just a trendy meal. They are buddies of the nervous system. They have a high concentration of monounsaturated fats, in particular oleic acid, which helps to increase communication between the brain, spinal cord, and lower extremities. Additionally, they strengthen the membranes that surround nerve cells. Being able to feel more coordinated and present, as well as less likely to stumble or make erroneous motions, is one of the benefits of receiving this kind of support. The avocado, however, does not end there. It also supplies a significant amount of potassium, which is necessary for maintaining a healthy water balance, preventing cramps, and facilitating muscular contractions. In addition to this, it has a high concentration of vitamin E, which is a powerful antioxidant that protects nerve terminals that are susceptible to oxidative stress and age-related degeneration. A fascinating study that was published in the American Journal of Nutrition and Geriatrics in 2021 discovered that older adults, particularly those over the age of 65, who consumed avocado for breakfast at least 4 times per week, demonstrated significant improvements in balance, posture, and stability of the lower extremities in just 6 weeks. When it came to individuals who already shown a slight but concerning instability when getting up from a chair, mounting stairs, or walking on irregular surfaces, this benefit was extremely substantial. I am able to recall one specific instance. In a state of anxiety, Miguel, a retired educator who was 79 years old, came to my session. The sense of numbness that he was beginning to experience in his feet caused him to question whether or not he would be able to continue doing what he enjoyed doing the most, which was going for walks in the park with his grandson. In addition to making a significant adjustment, we reorganized his routine. We decided to replace his sweet breakfast with something that was not only straightforward, but also transformative: a slice of whole grain bread topped with mashed avocado, chia seeds, and a tiny bit of lemon juice. In and of itself, that transformation was sufficient to establish a before and after. A dazzling light could be seen in Miguel's eyes when he returned after only 4 weeks had passed. I was greeted with a grin and told something that I will never forget. Eleanor Matthews, a retired geriatric specialist who had 40 years of experience. It has been reported by a number of senior citizens that they have experienced dramatic changes in just 7 days, which is nothing short of miraculous. What would you say if I told you that the answer to having stronger legs and better balance could be right there in your kitchen? I am able to sense the ground beneath my feet, as well as the footsteps of my grandson that are beside mine. That was not a miracle. The food was reliable and was high in nutrients. You are able to embark on the same adventure right now. It is recommended that you consume avocado 3 to 4 times a week, with each serving consisting of between 1/3 and half of an avocado. The greatest time to consume avocado is in the morning, but it is also a wonderful choice for a snack in the afternoon, as it helps to keep one's energy levels up and calms the nerves. Employ it in a variety of ways. Distribute it on the toast. Add it to a quinoa salad in the form of cubes. Create a smoothie with banana and almond milk, or eat it in wraps with vegetables. Both of these options are delicious. Because of its adaptability, it allows you to easily fit it into your routine. I like to give my patients a piece of advice that is not only simple, but also quite effective. Your mashed avocado would benefit from the addition of ground walnuts, chia seeds, or a sprinkling of flaxseed. Not only do these ingredients improve the flavor, but they also increase the amount of omega-3 fatty acids and additional vitamin E that you consume. These are nutrients that help build nerve pathways, protect joints, and reduce inflammation throughout the body. Do not undervalue the force that this fruit possesses in the background. Even though it has a gentle texture, avocado serves as a barrier on the inside of the body. The stimulation of neuron function, the stabilization of muscle control, and the enhancement of a sense of security, groundedness, and connection are all positive effects of this. It is not limited to food. The lower body receives a healing that is not only subtle but also forceful. It is my intention to assist you in regaining the clarity, coordination, and self-assurance that are necessary for you to walk freely. You may improve your muscles, joints, and nerves by including these 4 items in your meals throughout the day. Don't hold out. Beginning today, you can begin with seaweed, pumpkin seeds, or avocado. Every baby move taken right now will lead to greater freedom tomorrow. If you find this to be useful, please give it a like and share it with someone else who could benefit from more self-assurance and strength. When we get started, I would really appreciate it if you could tell me where you are coming from today. Leave a remark below, and if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask them. In addition, make sure you click the subscribe button and enable notifications so that you are never left out of Senior Health Tips' most helpful health advice. And if you are watching it this very now, I want to know that you are agreeing with me. Leave a comment with a 1 if you feel that this video resonates with you. In the event that not type 0, the loss of muscle is a true phenomenon, but it can be reversed. As you make decisions, you move closer to regaining a sense of stability in your world. I would like to share with you what I have learned about the 4 most potent foods that are assisting senior citizens in regaining their confidence in walking. A few questions before we get started. Where are you observing from, and have you recently noticed any changes in your walking or balance? I'd really appreciate it if you could tell me. Please share your thoughts in the comments section below. Your experience is important and could assist others in recognizing early warning signs. When we get started, I would really appreciate it if you could tell me where you are coming from today. Leave a remark below, and if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask them. In addition, make sure you click the subscribe button and enable notifications so that you are never left out of Senior Health Tips' most helpful health advice. And if you are watching at this very now, I want to know that you are agreeing with me. Leave a comment with a 1 if you feel that this video resonates with you. In the event that not, type 0. Now that we have that out of the way, let's talk about the first extraordinary food that serves as the basis for regaining leg strength after the age of 60. The unassuming powerhouse that is chickpeas. After years of working with senior citizens, there is one truth that cannot be refuted. Often the most basic foods deliver the most potent and long-lasting effects. The modest chickpea is an example of such a great hidden treasure. The fact that these little round beans are one of the best natural meals for recovering and maintaining leg strength, especially as we age, is a secret that is frequently forgotten despite the fact that they are often overlooked in pantries. Plant proteins are needed for strong, sturdy, and well-supported muscles after the age of 50, and chickpeas are rich in plant proteins.